All right, thank you very much. I'm excited to be here. I don't have a clicker. That's because I don't have any slides. And we were going through sound check yesterday, and somebody commented on it and said, ooh, that's really bold. I don't know if it's bold or incredibly stupid, but we're going to find out here in a minute. I'm Keith Kleeman. I'm the CEO of Optimvia. Optimal, via pathway. And that's what we do. We create and develop the optimal pathway to manufacture globally critical medications. As an example, heparin. It's an anticoagulant, blood thinner. It's used in everything from open heart surgery, kidney dialysis, and everything in between. It's actually estimated that heparin saves up to 100 million lives each year. It's an astonishing number, right? Even more fascinating is it's also estimated that 50% of the human population, half of us, will require heparin at some point in our lives. That's fascinating. But there's a big problem. The problem is that this globally critical medication is currently made by scraping the intestines of slaughtered pigs. And that's disgusting. But disgusting's not the problem. The problem is availability of medication and supply chain. The problem is you have a globally critical medication, problem number one, coming from a livestock prone to epidemic. Problem number two, coming from a singular livestock, pig. Problem number three, 70% of those pigs are raised in a single country. And so when an epidemic or an outbreak hits, as it did in 2019 with African swine fever, a quarter of the hog population gone. 100 million hogs gone, which results in an instantaneous shortage of this most critical medication. So clearly, this is not the optimal pathway to manufacture it. So at Optimvia, we looked at it, and using synthetic biology, we created a manufacturing process to produce synthetic heparin that's equivalent to porcine-derived heparin. And here's a bold statement. I actually believe in the next several years that the vast majority of all heparin manufactured around the world is going to be manufactured using this biosynthetic technique and no longer using pig guts. Maybe it's founder speak, maybe not. But if we look to a very well-known historical precedent, the path to synthetic heparin becomes abundantly clear. I'm talking about insulin. Life-saving medication like heparin. About 100 years old, like heparin. Previously produced using cow and pig byproduct, just like heparin. For 70 years, these two stories were intimately intertwined until about the mid-1990s, and then they diverge. Because synthetic insulin is produced using synthetic biology, recombinant DNA. From that point forward, 100% of all insulin sold around the world has been synthetic. Heparin's on the very same path and same trajectory. In the very near future, in the next several years, the $10 billion a year annual market of porcine-derived heparin is going to be replaced entirely by synthetic heparin. And in doing so, we're going to diversify that supply chain. We're going to ensure access to this most critical medication for half of the patients around the world who need it, regardless of the geopolitical situation, regardless of the global hog population, and all because of what's been done with synthetic biology. Thank you so much.